Alrighty, folks, it is very clear that the government is going to start to create a rule book around AI. And of course, our boy Gavin Newsom has to be in front of this. He wants to get his name in the press. And he just passed SB 53, taking AI to the state level. And boy, we've got Gavin Newsom taking, the lead on AI. Frightening, but hey, we're going to talk about it. Should be at the state, should it be at the federal? What's going on in AI and the rule book? Dana, how you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me. I love this topic because I think innovation, especially when you're competing against other countries, China, Europe, speed to innovation is super important. And so, yes, SB, it's a Senate Bill 53. It's a Scott Wiener bill in California. Basically is saying, hey, we're going to create AI rules at the state level and set that precedent. I'm really curious, Michael, in your position. Mine is, hey, this should be at the federal level. I mean, if you look at the EU, they have the EU AI Act, which is across the EU. It just seems like the US should have something similar and not have 50 different state rules and regulations for countries or for companies to worry about. But curious your thoughts.
Well, let's just play it out as, our boy Gavin Newsom, soon to be the nominee for president in 2028, is my guess. The world should be frightened. Anyways, let's just play it out. Let's say, California does this, SB 53. New York does that. Texas does this. Florida does that. Hawaii does this. Alaska does that. I'm just picking random states. And we all know that some of these states lean red, some lean blue. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to be asked, it's kind of like a chessboard or checkerboard, right? With the different color squares. And then if you're a company that's trying to operate in that environment and all 50 states have different rules, that's just going to choke innovation. It's going to add to cost. Lawsuits are going to go through the roof, and it will just cause the United States to fall way behind. I mean, it wouldn't even be funny. Can you imagine the red tape, cost, expense? It would be, if I was running a company and was developing AI, I would leave. I literally would move my company to Canada or Costa Rica or somewhere else, because having an environment where you have 50 different rules. And oh, by the way, we have elections, and elections sometimes get new people in. And then, oh, by the way, the rules change, right? Nevada was this, now Nevada's that. And then Iowa's this, and now Iowa's that. I mean, God, can you imagine? So no, it is stupid to have it at the state level. It kills innovation, adds costs, guarantees we fail. Do I want it to be at the federal level? It's got to be somewhere other than the state. And I guess that's the only other level. Because to that other point, I don't want companies to set the rules either, right? Because we know what that will do, right?
Yep.
So again, I don't want companies just running amok either. So I think there does have to be an AI rule book. And given the options, seems like the federal level is the right one to me. But again, as somebody who's not big on big government, I'm definitely more smaller government, the better. Doesn't make me feel good to say it, but man, at the state level, it would be a disaster.
Yeah. I would much rather have the US be able to innovate and win the AI game than other countries. Mm-hmm. Like if you compare us versus China and,
sure,
who's innovating faster, the real way to do it is to say, don't regulate until you have a really freaking good reason as to why. Yeah. And I think all too often states like California are like, let's get ahead of it. Now I live in California, right?
I moved. I left California.
You left, Michael. Let's get ahead of it. Let's talk about what might happen. Mm-hmm. And let's go ahead and put some internal safety frameworks in place. And it's like, the question is, but why? Until you have a case of here's what's going to happen. And then you can pull back, you can change, you can put these regulations in place. I think California thinks they're being smart by getting ahead of it. And what they don't understand is like, until you have a really good why as to why you're putting this into place and you have real tangible reasons, you're just slowing innovation, because now every AI company has to go through and alter and adjust basically what they're doing initially, and get lawyers involved when they're just getting started, versus saying, let's just go build something really cool that could change the world, and let's tweak it from there.
Yeah, again, I'm just thinking about this in real time because we just have real conversations. Nothing's prepped. To me, the AI's got to have its. I don't know. It's, the only thing I could think of is the 10 Commandments, maybe the Bill of Rights. Right? It's got to be a one sheet. Got to be like, don't do this, don't do that. Kind of like third rail, full stop stuff. That's what needs to happen in AI. Is people smarter than me need to be able to declare these are the 3 or 4 areas thou shalt not go, and then just let people innovate, right? Take the realm and push it where we want, and avoid, the deep, dark, scary, stuff. And again, I have no idea what's deep, dark, and scary, but I can imagine with the technology this powerful and just the rapid cycle of innovation, there's probably 2 or 3 things we don't want AI doing or going. So find those out, declare them, have the Bill of Rights or, 10 Commandments for AI, and, watch those like a hawk, and let's just see America win. We have to win this.
Exactly. I mean, the EU, you have to think they are so culturally diverse, the countries in the EU, and they were able to put together an EU AI Act that all of the European Union follows. It's risk-based approach. It has like unacceptable risk, which is things that like manipulate children, like certain things that it's like, okay, we can all agree. Then they have high risk, limited risk, no minimal risk. They basically put together that structure and then go through and have conversations and align on it all, starting with that unacceptable risk. That's the biggest stuff that needs to have these uniform rules. And it is crazy that the US is so divided right now that you have states saying, let's go out on our own and try to do this, versus working with the federal government to say, let's learn from the EU and do something similar.
Yeah, I love it. That's where I think this has to go. Again, AI is going to be a generational changing technology, much like the internet was. We have no idea where it's going, but it is coming, and it's coming fast. We need to win this. We need the innovation. We need the best and brightest going. And again, to the point, there are things we don't want. High risk, like manipulating kids. All of that stuff. Whatever deep dark stuff we think we gotta declare them as adults. Say don't go there, or you're going to go to jail. And let's just see where this powerful force can go.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think real estate is also, obviously, both of us on the real estate side. I think that's also interesting because we can basically look at what is happening and then say, how does this apply to these laws? So, for example, there was a recent study that said 1 in 4 agent reviews on Zillow is actually written by AI. And so it's like, okay, 25% of those reviews you're reading is written by AI.
Yeah.
And so the question is like, okay, how risky is this? How should this be regulated? And using these real life examples from every industry and then applying that to federal level, I think it's a smart thing to do. I also just say, let it run a bit, understand it, and then make decisions. Don't make them upfront.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But just a little bit more about Gavin Newsom. If anybody's been on my channel for a long time, he's the one politician I can't stand. We did go to the same university. So I have experience with him back decades and decades and decades, and he's never been a good person, even back in college. But at the end of the day, who do you think's going to run on the Democratic ticket? Do you think Gavin Newsom's going to get the nod, or do you think it will be someone else? Let me know in the comments below. Obviously, I would love to see somebody else up there. I'd love to. I would personally, Dana, love to have an election where it's not, let me pick the least worst person.
Yeah,
we've had lots of those elections recently, and let's hope the Democratic Party can find some other rock star and put him out there. Let me know in the comments below who you think it will be, and I hope it's not Gavin, because let's be clear, Gavin Newsom has wanted to be president since he was in college, so this has always been his trajectory. It's always where he wanted to go, and he's close. He's close. So, Dana, what are your closing thoughts on AI? Sorry, I don't. left turn there?
No, I think from the political landscape, if I were running the Democratic committee there, I would be going so hard on recruitment to find the right person. And I think they're just almost so blind to it that it opens up the doors for JD Vance or who's ever going to be running.
Yeah, again, I think they want a process. They have, like, you're next up. Right. They've anointed him for years that he'll be the 28 guy. And he said everything he said recently because he knows the 28 nod's coming. So he played ball and he did that and did this. And I weep that he's going to get a shot.
Yeah. Closing thoughts here. I'd love to just hear in the comments while we're talking about Gavin Newsom. I also want you to tell us what you think about regulations, what you have seen, especially with the China-US war on the AI side. I mean, China is so far ahead on the energy side and being able
That's a big deal because, again, if you hear from the All In crew and David Sachs is the czar of AI, this is an energy battle.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. We're losing, folks. We're losing big time.
We are losing big time. Now, clean energy is a whole nother topic we can talk about, but would love to hear from you. How do you think AI should be regulated? And interested to continue to follow SB 53 and others out there to see what actually happens and how do we actually bring the US to the forefront of innovation here.
Awesome, folks. I want to know from you folks, just 2 words, state or federal. Leave the comments below. Where do you think this should be regulated, at the state level or the federal level? And of course, don't forget about our event together, Hem Lane and One Rental at a Time, at the end of the month, where we're going to talk about why today is a great buying opportunity. Dana, you're amazing. Take care.
Thanks for having me.